And welcome back. It's another sunny day, so it's another time for one of my ride loops. So I'm here in Tring, just approaching Tring from the Aston Clinton side, from the west side. So we're going to head north from here, up towards Lake Buzzard and then back down again, ending at Tring Station, which is only about 1.5 miles down the road from here. But anyway, let me just quickly show you the town centre of Tring. Youth centre there on the left. Spent many a evening in there. Tring is a small market town. It's got a population of about 15,000 people. It's located in a gap that passes through the Chiltern Hills. So we're coming right down into the centre here, and at the crossroads, if you turn right, there's Akerman Street, which leads up to the Natural History Museum, which is linked to the London Natural History Museum, started by Lionel Rothschild. So this is the High Street of Tring. Some of it's been redeveloped in recent years, but most of that on the right hand side is from the sort of Rothschild period. And the Performing Arts College is here in Tring. Again, an old up there is the Performing Arts. Seems to be a lot of traffic around today. Oh, God. Certain distaste for those things, or perhaps it's just the people who ride them. Sorry guys if that's you. Right, so we're heading out on this Ivinghoe B488 road. It's also classed as an area of outstanding natural beauty, and it's 30 miles from central London. So I'm going to do a bit of a voice. I can't remember everything, all the details of this. This is going to be a bit of a sort of historic information on this, having searched Wikipedia for some relevant notes. So I'll record that separately and voice it over the top of this at various points. In the 19th century, the town became home for Nathan Rothschild and his family. His son Lionel built a private zoological museum in Tring, and this housed perhaps the largest collection of stuffed animals worldwide. Since 1937, it's been known as the Natural History Museum at Tring and part of the Natural History Museum in London. I suppose the main highlights that I'm going to take you on, or two highlights, would be the Mentmore Village, best known for Mentmore Towers, which was bought back in the sort of 70s, I think it was, by the Maharishni organisation, known for their meditation, and they used it as an HQ back in those times, before selling it on to a very wealthy property developer who the Sunday Times Rich List stated was 14th richest person in the UK at the time. And for those viewers of a certain age, this probably doesn't mean much to people under probably 40 or 50. But anyway, I'm going to take you to the point where the Great Train Robbery took place, and at the time they stole about 2.6 million pounds worth of cash in various denominations. Thought he'd coming out of me. In today's value, that's about 55 million pounds. So it's one of the biggest robberies in UK history. Well, it was certainly the biggest at the time. So straight across here, we're heading towards Long Marston. Yeah, so I'm going to take you to that bridge, and I'll tell you a bit more about it at that time, and for interest to those who perhaps weren't around. But I'm sure most people have heard of Ronnie Biggs, and there was even a film about it made, and So here we are, coming to our first bridge over the Grand Union Canal. It's not going to be a fast one, this is going to be a dawdling, enjoy yourself type of ride. Great for pillion rides, I would imagine, as well. There's one little fast bit as we come down to where the train robbery took place, but that's on our return loop. So here we go, just follow the road round to the left and into Long Marston. Can't remember much off the top of my head, but I'll give you the voiceover now. Drive slowly so there's enough time to give you the voiceover. In 1751, the village pond was the scene of England's last witch lynching. That's an interesting fact, about one of the only ones I could find on the village here, but it's very pretty houses here. Let's move on to Wingrave. Right, that was the village of Long Marston. Eyes are shut, might be able to hear me better. Press on to the next one. As you can see, it's very rural out here. What a great day, 22 degrees. There's a cloud in the sky. Fantastic here. Thanks for all the recent feedback on the vids, much appreciated, and thanks for keep on subscribing. All you new subscribers, welcome to the channel, thank you very much indeed, really appreciate your support. If you're new to the channel, a lot of my videos are on touring when we're up and running properly. That's what started this channel off really, but at the present time I'm doing more local rides and things like that to keep the content up. I don't think we're going to get back on a proper tour trip until next year. Hopefully we can slot something in early part of the year if my house move has gone through by then. Here's the village of Wingrave. Again, voiceover time here. Have a drive through slowly. Many of the houses and cottages around the village were erected by Hannah de Rothschild in the 19th century for her estate employees at the nearby Mentmore estate, which I'll drive past later. These houses display her personal cipher of a capital H, DE and then a capital R, and they remained part of the Mentmore estate until well into the 20th century. They're sought after today, commanding a very high price. The Old Village School was also funded by Hannah de Rothschild and was opened by William Gladstone, the Prime Minister of the day. In 1976 it was converted into two sought after houses due to its historic features. Right, let's move on now to Aston Abbotts. Right, so that's Wingrave. Let's press on to the next one. Just down here we meet the can't remember the road number, but it's the Aylesbury to Leighton Buzzard Road. So we're just going to cross that in a dogleg. Aston. Not sure about the matte green colour, but there we go. All to your own. Whatever the expression is. Everyone to their own. You to your own. Me to my own. And quickly into Aston Abbotts right here, so I'll just do the voiceover bits and then pick up again. Try and do a bit of a slow drive through. So Aston Abbotts, the Abbotts part of the name refers to the former abbey in the village, which until the 16th century was the country home of the Abbotts of St Albans in Hertfordshire. Okay, let's move on to Cublington. Oh my god, that corner is the tarmac's totally curled up there. I've used this as a nice little photo stop just here before, if you want to get a camera out. Cublington. So in Cublington, in World War II, the pub and village were popular destinations for personnel serving at the nearby RAF wing for training in Wellington bombers built on the eastern edge of Cublington. So we're going to take a right here. Well, that was a little bit of Cublington. Right, let's move on to the location of Wing. This road's a bit too bumpy to go too fast. Oh my god. Let's keep it calmer. So we've got these two in front of us. I should mention, I've noticed that, well, because I suffer quite badly with hay fever throughout the year, I do have a tendency to sniff occasionally, so I do apologise if that's annoying to you as it is to me listening back to it. I try and cut out as much as I can, but that's the reason why. Subconscious thing. Right, we're going to take a right here. Take the road to Leighton Buzzard. Left is Winslow, and right is Leighton Buzzard and Wing, and it's Wing that we're heading for next. Right, off we go again. Interesting little hillock just over there. I don't know if you can see it, but this bit of history to that. It's just in here. I'm not going to stop, but if you fancy a little look. It's about 8 metres tall apparently, if I remember from what I read on Wikipedia. It's going back to the days of the church, or the Abbotts in this area. So we're getting on to the more main roadish bit for a little while here. Let's switch those cameras back on. So this is Wing. So we're going to go left onto the A418. So we're roughly at about the northernmost tip of the loop here. What a lovely day. Right, so here we're going to take the right hand turning to Dunstable and the M1, A4146. We're going to just zap down this link road to pick up back into the country roads. So our next stop will be the Great Train Robbery Bridge, officially called the Mentmore Bridge, but certainly everybody local knows it as the Train Robbery Bridge. Okay, so we're going to take this B488 to Tring, which is a right turning off this roundabout here. So it's just over a mile we turn right down here. Just want to say hello to those people who've commented recently from America and Canada. Great to hear from you, and great to hear that people are watching the vids a bit further afield. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and certainly mention it and publicise it to your biking mates out there if you think it'll be of interest to them. Great to hear from anybody over there. And if there's anybody else who's thinking of a trip to Europe and wants some advice, let me know. Let's get through there quickly. Okay, slow down a bit. So this is the bridge. That'll do. So Mentmore Bridge, previously known as Ivinghoe Bridge and more recently the Train Robbers Bridge, this was the location chosen by the Great Train Robbers to stop and rob the Royal Mail train at 3 AM on the 8th of August 1963. The mail train was heading from Glasgow to London with its usual packages, but one of the carriages was known to carry high value packages, and the gang had an inside man. On that particular night, the carriage was estimated to be carrying over 2.6 million in cash, equivalent to 55 million in 2019 terms. They set themselves a 30-minute limit to load their lorry with 2.5 tons from the train. From here they drove for about 45 minutes west, here come the trains. From here they drove for about 45 minutes west, about 20 miles, to the rundown Leatherslade farm near Brill, which they had purchased 2 months earlier as their planned hideout until the police activity reduced. As the police dragnet closed in though, they decided to make a break for it after cleaning their prints as best as they could. Unfortunately, the person chosen to torch the farm after they'd gone failed to carry out these instructions properly, and the police were able to gather important evidence from the items remaining in the farmhouse, and several arrests followed. However, the bulk of the stolen money was never recovered. Okay, let's press on to Mentmore now. Right, let's crack on to Mentmore, just up the road. Definitely need some air, sorry. Whoa. I'm afraid this road is not particularly brilliant, but I wanted to show you the bridge. Hope you found that interesting. Just Google it if you don't know much about it. Really interesting. Going to turn left at this junction here and head up into Mentmore. Oh yeah, the quick aside was that Phil Collins, the drummer, played Buster Edwards in the film of the train robbery. If you haven't seen that, get a bit of height up here and you get some great views out over sort of Leighton Buzzard to my sort of over my right hand shoulder. So here we are coming into Mentmore. There's the views. Time for a bit of a voiceover maybe. Charming English village and the location of the largest home in the area, Mentmore Towers, which is a 19th century English country house. It was built between 1852 and 1854 for the Rothschild family, and more recently featured in some well-known films. Much of the parkland was sold in 1944, but Mentmore remained with the family descendants until 1977. At that point, unable to come to an arrangement with the nation to preserve the building and contents intact as a heritage property, the contents were auctioned and it was sold to the Maharishi Foundation as an HQ for the leader of their transcendental meditation organisation. In 1999 it was sold to wealthy property developer Simon Halibi, who the Sunday Times Rich List ranked in 2007 as the 14th richest person in Britain. He planned to build additional hotel and conference facilities, and in 1992 the Mentmore Golf and Country Club opened with 2 18-hole courses. In 2009 his group of property companies defaulted on $1.9 billion of bonds. He is believed to still own and live in the property, although his private and business life have changed in more recent years. Right, a little picky there. Very nice here. The Stag at Mentmore, I think that's closed now. Used to go in there occasionally. It was fantastic food. Oh, it looks like they could be refurbishing it. Certainly check it out. It used to be fantastic. As I said earlier, a lot of these homes were built by the Rothschild family. Look at that. How nice is that? I managed to get a picture of the home, Mentmore Towers, over there in the distance. Hopefully my picture will come out and I'll splice it into the video. Right, let's press on. .7 miles to go. Lovely little cottage here on the left, right on this corner as well. Mentmore Golf Club is here on the right. Looks like it's closed at the moment. This road was obviously straightened up or made or put in to make it easy to get to Mentmore Towers, I guess, from Tring Station. Nice straight road for the carriages to go down. Next stop, Cheddington. Oh, here we are in Cheddington. Turn the cameras on. Let's get the other side of this double mini roundabout. Time for a bit of voiceover. In the last 30 years, Cheddington, due to its railway station and easy access to 4 towns, has more than quadrupled in size. In the 2001 census, Cheddington had the highest density of people under the age of 35 in the whole of Buckinghamshire. Well, hopefully you'll find a nice day like today to come out and ride this loop sometime. Everybody can find an hour in their busy schedule for a little bit of a loop ride, surely. The Old Swan Public House, that's another one. The thatch roof there. Right. Go back to main camera now. Next stop, bridge on the Grand Union. Back again over the Grand Union. Cook's Wharf, this is called. Visor up, sunshade down. So we're just going to take a left here up this junction towards Tring. Tring, Ivinghoe and Pitstone. Tring 4 miles it says on there. Underneath the infamous railway line again. That's it, you stop and check your phone. And here we are in Pitstone. Voiceover man, your turn. Pitstone. It was given to the abbey at Ashridge by the Earl of Cornwall in 1283. In 1290, King Edward I spent Christmas in Pitstone at the estate that had been given to the abbey. He stayed for 5 weeks, during which time he held Parliament in Ashridge. His stay caused great inconvenience, as the local inhabitants of the village were legally obliged to pick up the cost of the king and his whole court. Right, we're going to take a left here on the B489, signposted Dunstable and Ivinghoe. Sort of blends into the village of Ivinghoe, really. Can't believe how nice the weather is this afternoon. I've hit this at school chucking out time, obviously. Ooh, I say. Worth stopping for? Oh bloody hell, we got roadworks up here. Oh god, we got traffic lights, I think. Right, we're past the school, thank goodness for that. Also part of the historic Icknield Way that I mentioned earlier, claimed to be the oldest road in Britain. This is very pretty up through here. The village is the starting point of the Ridgeway route, which is popular with hikers and stretches right down to Wiltshire. Lovely park here, pub on the corner over here, really oldie worldy, and church and spire here on my right, St Mary's. Can't remember when these date back to, but so just up here we're going to take a straight ahead at the roundabout. If you went left you'd go up to Ivinghoe Beacon, and if you see my Whipsnade loop video I talk all about Ivinghoe Beacon and give you a bit of history about that. Right, so let's put the cameras back on. I think I said it, but it was the B488 on here. Well, let's hope this sunny weather remains with us for a little while, and perhaps as we go and get away we can enjoy as much riding as possible in the UK in what's left of the year. So at the roundabout we're going to turn left towards Tring Station. Like I've caught all the school traffic, haven't I? Could be worse. Right, voiceover man, why don't you do your bit now as we're stuck behind the traffic here? Go. So Tring Station opened in 1837 with a new road constructed from Tring town centre 1.5 miles away. The station currently has 5 platforms. It's part of the West Coast Main Line with direct access into Euston, London, making this area a popular commuter belt. The Grand Union Canal is only a few hundred feet from the station and about 3 miles from the well-known Champneys Health Resort. But no overtaking opportunities. It gets narrower down here, so I'll just have to wait and relax. Don't forget the 20% discount for my route app if you're interested in taking up that routing software. You should be able to find it on my Facebook page, Yarro Moto, or ping me a line. So we're at T junction here. We're going to turn right. Don't think there is an actual road number. Over the railway line. So this is Tring Station. Let's just pull in here. Tring Station with the Royal Hotel next door. So after Tring Station I just wanted to find somewhere quiet just to end the video, and I thought I'd take you up to Wendover Woods, which is nearby, just outside of Wendover, and great place if you're looking for somewhere to socially distance and have a picnic perhaps, or a meet up with your mates. As you can see, there's absolutely loads of parking here. The only thing to caution on is the road up here is very gravelly. They've resurfaced it recently. I came up about a month or two back, and it's just about the same now actually. So it's first gear, second gear most of the way, and it's about half a mile off the road, off the Aston Hill. But I just needed somewhere quiet just to say thank you for watching. Please remember to give it a big thumbs up, like if you did, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Please put any comments below, and catch up with you next time. Cheers then.